Hey, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy X coming at y'all with a brand new video, and as you guys can see from the title and the thumbnail, we're here to talk about how you guys can go ahead and start rolling through Domination as you guys get going on. So I figured I'd drop this right around the time that Eastern time is going to be getting their copies of NBA 2K20. So here we are with it, and I know it doesn't look like I've played a lot of Domination, but if you guys didn't know right now, there's actually a glitch with Domination where you'll finish some of the games like the Raptors. I played, beat them on Hall of Fame difficulty, and then you get an error code at the end of it sometimes, and they just don't count. So if we actually counted a few of these, I probably should have at least 3 to 4 more games under my belt on here, but it's just not what's going on right now. So it's a little bit difficult, and I will explain ways that I've figured out how to avoid getting that error code glitch at the end of it. So if you guys are excited for this video, make sure you guys smash the like button down below, as well as comment any other questions you guys have about this throughout the video. I'm gonna go through, tell you guys some great lineups and all that sort of stuff. So first off, when it comes to Domination, we got to talk about how you're gonna go ahead and start moving your way through Domination for some people that may be a bit new to the game. My current plan is actually going to be for Domination. You guys can see if we look at Historic, earn 33 stars, and Current to move up towards Historic, and that's probably what I'm going to do. Finish off a few more games in the current Domination and then move up to Historic, start cranking out Historic Domination. It's going to be a little bit harder, but we can get Rolando Blackman, who's actually probably going to be a pretty decent card, and then we can go ahead and get George Mikan, who's going to be an absolute beast. But again, when it comes to Domination, you can see there's different levels to how we can go about finishing these games. We can go on Pro difficulty, where we can only earn 1 star, All-Star difficulty, where we can earn 2 stars, and Hall of Fame difficulty, where we can earn 3. So obviously, if you guys are just trying to go straight through as quick as possible to finish all these games and get all of the stars, all the tokens, and those wonderful things that you get at the end of them, like Amethyst, Nick Van Exel, you're going to want to go ahead and just straight up get those 3 stars on Hall of Fame difficulty. Now, not only do you have to beat the team on Hall of Fame difficulty, but if you look down in that bottom left corner, you can see win game and earn 625 MT. For those of you guys who don't know what that means, every single time you do something in the game of my team in these Domination games, you get MT towards your stats. If you hit a shot, you'll get made shot, which is 2 MT, and a layup, 2 MT as well. If you get a dunk, you get the made shot, which is 2, as well as the 3 for the dunk. You get 4 for every single assist you get, 5 if you get a post move scored, like a post hook, a post fadeaway, drop step, something like that. If you get a steal, I'm pretty sure it's 5, a block is 5, and I think a rebound is 6, as well as 3 for a fast break finish. So you can combine a bunch of those together and get quite a bit of MT, throughout your sort of, progress throughout it. One thing that works really great is pick and rolls, because you can pass into that center every single time and make sure that you get a made shot, layup, or dunk, as well as an assist, which is pretty nice. Now, when it comes to teams that I would recommend you guys go ahead and use, this is what I'm using for my team to go ahead and crank through Domination. I used for a little bit while I was getting used to the game this Anthony Davis as well as this Kareem Abdul-Jabbar card. I am saving these last 2 games on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, for some later ones that may be a little bit difficult. And you guys are wondering why I'm stopping at 1 contract. That's because as soon as you use all 5 contracts with the free agent, it leaves your collection, and I still want him to count towards my collect level, so I'm going to make sure he doesn't go away. So I picked Allen Iverson as my starter pack. If you guys watched my starter pack video, I recommend you guys pick up Shaq, or maybe Kevin Garnett, because having a good big man is absolutely crucial for a lot of these games. You need somebody who can play really good in the paint. So those are guys that I would recommend. But I got Allen Iverson in here, who's absolutely insane, 2 layups away from getting his evolution done. It's glitched, so it takes a while to do. And then I have John Cognac in the paint. So my recommendation, because going into the paint is so overpowered this year, when it comes to a point guard, pick somebody who has absolutely insane speed and dunking ability, or at least finishing ability at the rim, and can kind of hit the occasional jump shot. Like Allen Iverson, we have an 84 driving layup, we have a 77 shot through with a 75 midi, and a 70 driving dunk, which is plenty. We dunk on everybody, it's insane, and we can speed boost as well as have some pretty good defense, and 91 speed, 90 speed ball, and 91 acceleration, absolutely insane. Love this Allen Iverson. I mean, he scores, if we go up and look, 37 points per game for me. Obviously, I quit out of a lot of the games to save some time, so we don't have a bunch, but that's what we got on here. I have Dante Exum at my 2 just because I'm trying to get his Evo done. He's one of the Domination rewards. Robert Covington, because I picked him up for free. He has a 75 shot 3 as well as some decent defense all around, so he's kind of my guy. So for these 2 and 3s, I would recommend some really good shooters, or decent shooters, and good defenders. You really need some good defenders here. Like my bench, we have Klay Thompson for that catch and shoot ability, like I'll explain to you guys later, for the driving kicks. 85 shot 3. Rick Fox, who again is just kind of like a jack of all trades player, who you can get if you go through the season 1 Will Rise section, and if you get all the way up to level 7, you'll get Rick Fox, and then can move your way up. Then when it comes to your big men, what I'd recommend is kind of like that multi-purpose kind of power forward. I have Myers Leonard in here. It's not exactly ideal. Somebody like Pascal Siakam, though, absolutely beautiful for it. This Pascal Siakam is great. If you have Giannis, even better. I'm not sure if you can run LeBron there, but it's definitely somebody that could be really good at that position. Other guys that I was running at the power forward that I really liked, obviously, Anthony Davis, if you can get him, is kind of gorgeous for that power forward position. Rocco, again, can be really good there. Just people that can play defense all around, hit the occasional 3, and finish inside is what you want. And then for your center, you just need a big guy. I'm actually preferring having some sort of non-shooting big. Sometimes the double teams can be a little bit iffy, but with John Cognac, he was only 3 tokens. And you guys can see I have an 84 post hook, 79 post move, which is great. No driving layup whatsoever, and no shooting. But that's not what he's here for. He's here for that 85 standing dunk and his defense, 85 interior, a 75 block, which is great, good rebounding as well. And when I was looking through all of the Emerald token reward cards when it came to centers, he's the only guy that has actually useful gold badges. You can see we have Rim Protector, Moving Truck, Post Block Down, and Brick Wall. Obviously not as good as Shaq, and if we're going against Shaq, he's going to get pups, but those 4 Hall of Fame or 4 gold badges are super crucial for helping us out. And then we also have Putback Boss, Box, Intimidator, Rebound Chaser, and Worm, all on silver to help us as well. So when it comes to alternatives for our positions here, other ones that you could definitely go ahead and run instead of this John Cognac, which I would recommend again because he is only 3 tokens. Pick up Clay, pick up John, and you honestly are going to be looking real nice. But other centers that could be decent, I know Clint Capella it definitely isn't too bad. He's on the Hawks now. It was actually a pretty decent card. Again, traditional big men are kind of preferred for me, at least, just because they all have such juice stats when it comes to rebounding and interior defense. DeAndre Jordan as a bit of a cheaper price if you wanted to as well. Wait, isn't he also on the Hawks, if I'm not mistaken? No, he's on the Cavs. Andre Drummond is one that's really great. Again, when it comes to power forwards, obviously you're gonna want to pick up Giannis if you can. Again, I was forgetting about centers, but Joel Embiid is a beautiful option for center as well. Ben Simmons is a amazing option for that 3 and 4 man. I'm kind of surprised that I haven't picked him up either, but going to be a really nice guy. And then when it comes to the point guard position, if you don't have Allen Iverson, I've already thought about the ones that you can use as substitutes for your point guard. And those are going to be De'Aaron Fox, because De'Aaron Fox is 6'3". We obviously don't have the great shooting that Allen Iverson does, but we have a 77 driving layup, we have that 75 driving dunk, some decent playmaking. If you have the correct coach, you can get that ball handle up to an 86 speed boost, some decent defense, and he's super quick, 87 speed wall, and acceleration, and some decent badges as well to help him out. But the best option that I would say that you should go ahead and get if you want to have close to what I'm going to be doing with Allen Iverson is to go over to the Rockets and pick yourself up a Russell Westbrook. What we want to do is barrel down to the rim, not think, and just do it that way. The only thing that's going to hurt with the Russell Westbrook is that 3-point shot. You can see in the driving layup, this driving dunk, he's basically better and just kind of worse in speed. But obviously AI has the boost a little bit in badges. But Westbrook is that perfect kind of option where if you don't have Allen Iverson because you didn't pick him, you picked Shaq or whatever, go with Westbrook. Absolutely gorgeous option. It's what you're going to want to do. And again, for guys that are kind of like the in-between spot, just pick up some shooters. Klay Thompson. I even picked up James Posey off of the set there. Work up this Kevin Knox you get for free from the Knicks is actually pretty decent as well. Like I said, James Posey, Mikal Bridges, just 3-and-D shooters that can kind of get you a lot of things in the game once you're doing it. And then when it comes to the actual game, we got to go in here and actually look at what we're going to be using when it comes to being in the game, whether that be defensive settings, and what we're going to actually do to win a lot of these domination games. If I'm being honest, I've won every single domination game that I have played very, very handedly, just doing some very simple kind of tweaks to what I used to do. So when it comes to our defensive settings, if you guys don't know how to get this, when you first go on to 2K and you're just starting a game, go ahead and click the options or start button, whatever takes you to the menu that will show you, all the options that you can kind of go ahead and change along your 2K journey, I guess we'll say. And then go down to defensive settings. This is going to be a section that most of you guys should be able to find pretty handedly. Again, we got the tutorial coming down here. And then when it comes to our actual settings, we're going to go into there and go over to the on-ball and off-ball pressure. For me personally, I prefer to have my off-ball pressure on to smother. That's going to stop them from getting buckets as easy, or at least getting the passes to them directly as easy as they do sometimes. It's not perfect. Sometimes they're still going to catch the ball, but this is what I kind of prefer. I think it helps me at least a little bit in some of these situations. You guys may not think that it helps at all, but for me, smother is a good one. When it comes to our off-ball pressure, moving that to tight. Our force direction, that is going to be middle. Our on-ball screen is going to be go over. The hedge, I'll leave that alone. On-ball screen, leave that alone. Hedge, again, leave it alone. Stay attached. I clicked on yes. I've realized when I go to hedge and I put the hedge on yes, it actually keeps my players from it dropping as much. And if you guys have played this without any sort of settings, players drop from the corners a ton. So this has been something that I've been using to kind of get away from it. Then we're going to go into our offensive settings, which is right next to it. If you have the option to change your rebounds, change that to limit transition, and tempo, push the pace. Then we're going to go into our freelance, click that, and I go to the Bucks 2018. You can see I already have it selected, so I didn't go in. But go ahead and pick the Bucks 2018, and when you're actually in game, you can set that up. And it helps you out quite a bit, if we're being honest. It just spreads out the floor a little bit. Then for our play selection, because I know a lot of you guys love the money plays, we're going in there, and we're going to be selecting the, I think it's quick 15 horns dive play, which I can kind of show you guys to use a little bit, but it's pretty easy. If you just follow the play, because I'm not sure if I have too many clips, if you just call the play, the center will catch the ball, and the point guard will just run around him, and you'll get easy layups every single time. Don't even worry about it. Now, when it comes to these strategies that I actually use in the game itself, it's just rim running. I go in and you hit right on the D-pad in order to pull up your settings. You do your system proficiency, which is going to be the Bucks 2018. We're going to get it. Our primary focus is getting shooters open, push the pace, and our rebounds are going to be limit transition. And then every single time that I can, and I'm going to try to straight line drive with Russell Westbrook, with Allen Iverson, and just get to the paint every single time. If you guys watch the clips, I'm going to be showing you guys of Allen Iverson. I'm pretty sure he dropped like 40-something this game against the Charlotte Hornets. Absolutely killed it. Wasn't even difficult. Also, you can try to go ahead and get some on-ball steals. Obviously, because of my method last year in 2K19, it hasn't, or 2K20, it hasn't really changed too much, but I have tweaked it a little bit, so I have a best steals method video coming to you guys real soon. So if you can get some steals, it will help that MT marker and help you just get some easy buckets. But the name of the game is getting out in transition and getting these dunks and getting these layups really quick, as well as some passes from the center. If you get a rebound with your center, give it to Allen Iverson, give it to Russell Westbrook, use that quick first step and barrel down to the paint and try to dodge and weave around the players, do big loops to get to the paint so you can get some dunks. It's really, really easy once you get a little bit used to it. Another option you guys can do once you get into the paint sometimes is actually when you get to the paint and you see that corner has dropped. For me, a lot of times it's Klay Thompson or Myers Leonard in those corners, and that's why I love those two guys, because I can dish it out to Myers Leonard or I can dish it out to Klay Thompson in that corner, and it's absolutely money. These are releases that I love. I love both of these guys. Awesome, awesome players, and the defense on them is honestly really, really good. I can show you guys a defensive possession or two as well, where basically all I do is switch between my power forward or my center when it's necessary. The power forward is usually a guy that doesn't get the ball too much, so I can just set the power forward, really not think too much, just kind of follow him around a little bit and let the AIs play some defense. And then when they're actually running some pick and rolls or pick and pops, I will switch to the center to kind of at least stay there, hedge a little bit, and help out the AIs in those sections. And sometimes I will play on ball to try to get some of those on ball steals, but for the most part, let the AIs do the work and just try to score on offense. It's really not too bad, although this year it's pretty difficult to green, so for some people it's going to be a hefty task to go ahead and finish some of these games. But let me know how this is working for you. Let me know what kind of team you guys are running in here, some of the cards that you guys got, as well as the free, starter pack that you guys picked as well. Other strategies you guys are putting in to get some of these games and crank them out. I'm going to be trying to finish up a lot of domination today. I want to at least get up to those like 33 stars so I can move on to historic and see what I can do. My team's not that great, but we'll see what we can do. Like if you guys did enjoy, comment down below again what kind of team you guys are using and any other questions that you guys have. Subscribe if you guys are new on that road to 7.1K. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see y'all in the next video.